What's up, fight fans? Welcome to Mr. Mustache MMA News. Today, I want to discuss a really exciting upcoming fight between Edson Barboza and Drakkar Klose. But before we get into it, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button to continue getting more MMA content by yours truly and help the channel grow. All right, guys, we got a pretty cool, I think it's a featherweight matchup. Pretty sure it's a featherweight matchup between Edson Barboza and Drakkar Klose. You got two guys at the end of their 30s, but still really have the ability to put on a good show for the fans, right? You have Edson Barboza, who has just been around forever, fought the who's who of the featherweight division, the lightweight division. I mean, he's, win or lose, this guy has competed against them all. Has a highlight reel for days. Fantastic kickboxer, technical kickboxer, explosive kickboxer. And then you got Drakkar Klose, who is your prototypical MMA fighter. He's got good wrestling, he's got good submissions, he's got good boxing, good fight IQ, he's tough, gritty, he's got slam knockouts. I mean, he can really just kind of get the fight done anywhere, right? Lots of ups and downs. He builds a lot of momentum, and then he gets that big test, and unfortunately sometimes it hasn't gone his way. Both guys coming off of losses. You have Barboza, who's coming off of the decision loss to LaRon Murphy, where he just got outboxed, outclassed by the younger, more explosive guy. You have Drakkar, who massive mismatch in his opponent with Joel Alvarez, who's 6'3", tall, long, massive for the weight class, where you have Drakkar Klose, kind of undersized for the weight class, probably about 5'8", 5'9". And it was very evident he was just not able to break that distance, and Joel was able to kind of knock him out and submit him in like the same it was a crazy exchange, crazy finish. And before that, Drakkar was riding, a 4-fight win streak. He was putting guys away. He was looking good. And he really kind of burst onto the scene in a weird, infamous way, where he had that big fight with Beneil Dariush, where at that time Drakkar was, had a lot of traction under him as well at that time. Had a big back and forth exchange. Looked like he was about to put Benny out, and then Benny was just crazy comeback fashion, knocked Drakkar Klose out. And just since then, we haven't seen him be super active, but we've seen him still have a lot of success. And here against Edson Barboza, I think that there's a pretty clear blueprint on how to beat him. If you take away the legs, if you take away that kickboxing speed, if you get Barboza on his back foot and put him more in a boxing situation, you give him more things to think about: the wrestling, the takedowns, the single legs, put him up against the fence, you make it dirty, you make him uncomfortable. That's where you can start finding a lot of success against a guy like Edson Barboza. Because if you let him start teeing off on you, you let him start moving forward, you let him get into that kickboxing range, it's a whole dangerous thing. And Drakkar's the type of guy who definitely likes to take risks. He wants to go out there and fight, but he has to put on the pressure immediately if he wants to get his hand raised against Edson Barboza. He's going to have to break through that kickboxing range, get himself into a boxing range. He's going to have to threat the single legs. He's going to have to get Barboza against the fence. Just give him a lot to think about, make it dirty. And Barboza, who can't fight off of his back leg, he cannot fight moving backwards, right? He struggles in these boxing situations. Once you take away his most dangerous weapons, and that's his legs, it's a whole different fight, a whole problem you don't have to worry about. And if Drakkar can go out there and break that distance early on, it can be a long night for Edson Barboza. But if Edson Barboza can establish his range, move forward, march Drakkar on his back foot, it can be a quick night for Edson Barboza for his own victory, right? But I think Drakkar's going to get it done. I like his style. I think that he poses a lot of problems for Edson Barboza, but then again, we've seen Drakkar get knocked out a few times. We've seen him get slept a few times. But I think that he is going to get his hand raised here against Edson Barboza. I think it's going to be a decision victory. I'm not sure if we're going to see him get the knockout victory. I think we're going to see a dominant decision victory for Drakkar Klose this Saturday, UFC 319. All right, guys, love to hear your guys' thoughts. What do you guys have? Do you guys have Barboza? Do you guys have Drakkar Klose? Love to hear your guys' thoughts. But that's going to do it for today, guys. Mr. Mustache, MMA News out. Let's fucking go, fight fans.